Hello everyone and welcome to day 8 of Marian's 31-day challenge. Today I'm going to do another Valentine's Day card, and then just to let you guys know kind of where I'm going from here, next week I'm going to try to concentrate on mini albums, and then the week after that I'm going to try to do like different flower types of flowers that you can make yourself, and then just kind of like a mix of everything the last few videos that I have. So, like I said, I'm going to make a Valentine's Day card, and this one is going to be an easel card. And so I'm going to remove this part of my Martha Stewart scoreboard real fast and take out my base, and it's cut at 4 1/4 by 11. And then you're going to need to score it at 2 3/4. And 5 1/2. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just crease those lines. And this one, because your easel will open like this one you're going to fold or crease towards the inside of the card, because your easel will then open up like that. And so also for this card, you'll need a piece of cardstock. You want something pretty thick because this is the part that will stand up. Cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I also have a layered piece, and this was a piece of cardstock from a color box pack, and it just has love, says the word love all over it, and that's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and put this layer on quickly. I'm going to get my ATG for this. Down the center. I went a little over the edge on this side. Fold it over and put that right in the center. Should have moved my scoreboard for this, would have been easier. But that's okay. Alright. And now I'm going to show you what I'm going to add to this, and this will actually be a card where you don't need a Cricut to make it. So I'm just using my scoreboard, and then I have the little envelope triangle that goes along with it, so I'm going to go ahead and put that up in the corner. And they have the dimensions if you ever need the dimensions for a regular envelope. This one I'm using as kind of the focal point for my card. So I have a piece of cardstock cut at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it up here in the corner, and I'm going to kind of make my own envelope dimensions. So the first one I'm going to score at is about 5 1/4. And I'm going to turn it over and do the opposite side on that same score. And then for this one, I'm going to do that right at 5. And then the opposite corner of that at 5 as well. So there is what my score marks look like. And I'm going to go ahead and fold two of the sides over. Actually, before I do that, because this is kind of thicker, I'm going to, where the lines overlap, you can kind of see where they overlap right there. Let's see, there. Where they overlap, make the X. I'm going to cut those little triangles out. That will make it easier to fold. So I'm just cutting those right out. I wanted to make a card where I didn't, the goal, I guess that would be my goal for today, was to make a card without using my Cricut. Sometimes I think I rely too much on my Cricut that I forget to use the other creative side of me without looking at a cut and then coming up with the card. I kind of just wanted to invent something on my own. So we'll get rid of those, and then I'm going to go ahead and fold in the two sides. And then fold up the bottom like that. And then if I were making like a regular card, I would just fold that right in, but I think I'm going to cut it off since it's such a tiny card. I'm just going to cut off that top triangle for the flat part of my envelope. So I'm going to go ahead and run some adhesive across it to close my envelope up. So there we go. We have a little makeshift envelope. I'm going to go ahead and put my scoreboard away and get out my base and my top piece. Try a different piece. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and adhere the my pink cardstock and my patterned cardstock down to my base, and you just want to adhere it to from the bottom of your card to your first score mark at 2 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and just put adhesive down on that. Put some down the center too. You're going to want to line it up directly with the bottom of your card, otherwise your card will be bigger than A2 size. Uh-oh. Add a little bit more A2G. Alright, so there is my card. So then when you close it, you have an A2 size, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And before I build what's going to be on the front of the card, I'm going to build what will hold the card up. Before I started filming, I embossed the word love down to a piece of cardstock cut at 4 1/4 by 1 3/4. So I'm going to use the Fiskars border punch. has hearts on it. Perfect for Valentine's Day. And I'm going to punch that at the top of the piece that I've embossed. I think this one's really tough to do. I don't know if it's because the cut is too intricate or what, but that first cut I always have to apply a lot of pressure. There we go. So there's what it looks like now. Let's see if that helps. There we go. Super cute. And like I said, perfect for Valentine's Day with the hearts. And then what I'm going to do is line that up towards the bottom of my card. And the border itself is actually what's going to raise up my card. But if you aren't doing a border, what you could do is just add some dimensional adhesive to that, and then that will give you the height in order to make your card the easel card. So I'm just going to adhere this down. And again, you're going to want to line that up directly on the bottom. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the front of my card. I'm going to take my little envelope here, and I think I'm going to adhere that down towards the corner, kind of slanted, and then I had a stamp, and the love stamp and this heart are by Stampabilities, and it's just a heart that says love in the middle. And again, I did some embossing, white embossing powder to that. I did 2 of those, and I cut them out. I'm going to have one sticking out of the card, and then one raised up here. So it's going to be a very simple card. But that's okay. Sometimes simple is better. Actually pull that up a little bit. Then we'll have that heart sticking out. I'm going to pop this heart up with some dimensional. Some pop dots. Just some leftover pieces that I had. Get the backing off of these. There we go. Add a little bit more adhesive right there. There it is so far, and then I have this little heart punch, and I'm going to use some of the patterned paper to cut out 2 of those just to go on either side of where it says love. Use my zig. Then I'm going to take some white ribbon and I'm going to attempt a bow. If I can't get it, I'll have to do it off camera and then you can go see the pictures on my blog. I'm not very good at bows, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to run some ATG inside my card. Let's see. And flip it over. And I found that if I do them upside down, it turns out a lot better. I'll go ahead and run some ATG along the front as well. Oops. Alright, let's see. Not too bad. Should have put it a little bit higher on the card, but that's okay. Go ahead and trim off the bottom. And there we go. I'm going to trim it off a little bit more because the ends kind of cover up the love part. There we go. And there is today's card. I'm going to move all the rest of this out of the way for you so you can see it a little bit better, and you will zoom in. There you go. So I hope you enjoyed this card, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.